Immerse yourself in sound like never before. In this video, we're diving into the future of home entertainment with the top 5 best surround sound systems of 2025. We'll be exploring the technologies that deliver breathtaking audio, from crystal-clear dialogue to earth-shattering bass. We'll compare features like speaker configurations, connectivity, and overall sonic performance to help you create the ultimate cinematic experience in your own living room. Number 5. Sony HT-A9. Sony's HT-A9 wireless home theater system encourages users to position its speakers arbitrarily, promising an even, uniform and immersive sound field regardless of the symmetry of your setup. How does it achieve this wizardry? The HT-A9 supports Sony's 360 spatial sound mapping, which calibrates your room's height, size and combines it with speaker distance and relative location. The aim is to create an Atmos-like dome of sound from 12 phantom speakers notionally placed around that audio bubble. Talk of phantom channels and sound bubbles often elicits a raised eyebrow from the likes of us, but there's no denying the effectiveness of the HT-A9's delivery. It makes for a refined precision and texture that is more immersive than any soundbar package we have tried. No matter how haphazard our speaker positions, the sound design never feels off-kilter or detracts from the action on screen, and that makes the HT-A9 an excellent choice for people not prepared to sacrifice their furniture arrangement at the altar of surround sound. If you want more punch, you can add a choice of 2 optional subwoofers, the 300W SA SW5 priced at £699/$700/899 Australian dollars, and the 200W SA SW3 costing £449/$400/599 Australian dollars. It might not have the same fidelity and transparency we would expect from a traditional speaker package, but it's an excellent compromise between performance and practicality. This is a system that we expect to appeal to many. It's worth mentioning that Sony has released the sequel to this system, though we find the HT-A9 to be the better option of the two. The Bravia Theater Quad package is still an excellent system, though it loses a star for being notably more expensive than the HT-A9 and also lacking in low-end weight, to the extent that we feel the optional subwoofer is more of a necessity, therefore making the system even more expensive. Number 4. Sonos Arc Ultra. If your idea of a soundbar doesn't include any extraneous speakers like you get with the Samsung HW-Q990D, above, the Sonos Arc Ultra should be at the top of your shopping list. We already loved the 5-star, award-winning Sonos Arc, so the idea of an improved version was very appealing, and the Ultra doesn't disappoint. To the naked eye it looks identical to its predecessor, but the new model is a touch wider and not quite as tall. It still measures 114 centimeters from end to end, though, so it's best suited to bigger TVs. The big differences come underneath the grille, with 7 tweeters, 6 mid-range woofers, and a sound motion woofer, all combining to create a 9.1.4 channel configuration powered by 15 Class D amplifiers. That's a notable upgrade from the original. The result is a noticeable improvement in the way it handles bass, with a great combination of weight and control, but that's just the beginning of its talents. The way it places particular sounds around you is particularly impressive, with loads of detail and dynamism. For such a technologically impressive soundbar, though, there are some disappointments. While the setup experience and TruePlay customization are slick, the app itself isn't great, although it's hardly something you'll feel the need to use every day. The lack of extra HDMI inputs might also be frustrating if the TV you're planning to plug it into doesn't have many. Those minor quibbles aside, the Sonos Arc Ultra is certainly a soundbar that lives up to its name. Number 3. Wharfedale Diamond 12.1. With poise, effortlessness, cut-glass diction and charisma, the Wharfedale Diamond 12.1 HCP is essentially the Audrey Hepburn of home theater speaker packages. The package is made up of a quartet of the excellent, mid-sized Diamond 12.1 bookshelf speakers for fronts and surrounds, with the 12.C in the middle and the SW10 powered subwoofer supplying the bass. The SW10 sub is in some ways the star of the show, taut and dexterous, it is exceptionally musical and blends seamlessly with the system speakers, thanks in no small part to they themselves having an impressive low end. The result is a rich and lively sound. The SW10 delivers rich bass, but it never overpowers the mid-range or treble. And, as a whole, the system sounds mature, impactful, agile and detailed. The Diamond 12.1 system is an excellent choice for both music and film, and its combination of cinematic scale, relatively small physical dimensions and affordable price make it ideal for people who might otherwise not have considered a proper home cinema setup. For an appropriate AVR, we suggest trying the Denon AVR X2800H. If we had to use one word to describe the sound of this receiver, it would be confident. The AVR X2700H doesn't try too hard to impress, as a nervously underpowered budget amp might. It's an easy and effective listen. No matter how hectic the action becomes, this Denon never misses a beat. It passes the laser blasts from speaker to speaker in a wonderfully coherent manner and, no matter the scene, creates a genuine sense of place. Number 2. Samsung HW-Q990D. If a full AVR and speaker system doesn't work for you, fret not. Samsung's impressive soundbar system delivers excellent cinematic surround sound without the need to trail cables around your living room. We called the HW-Q990D a complete Dolby Atmos sound system in a box, thanks to its plug-and-play nature and sensational audio quality, which means it has rightfully earned itself a spot on this list among the fully fledged systems from the likes of Wharfedale and Bowers and Wilkins. This system comprises a Dolby Atmos soundbar, 2 wireless satellite surround speakers, complete with upward-firing Dolby Atmos speakers, and a wireless subwoofer. Setting up this system is a breeze thanks to the fact you only need a power cable for each component, and an HDMI lead for the soundbar, of course, and Samsung's intelligent SpaceFit automatic calibration system is constantly running to best adapt the sound to your room and speaker placement. Speaking of sound, Samsung has improved upon this system's already admirable predecessor, with a spacious yet controlled sound that is packed with detail and excellent vocal clarity. The HW-Q990D is a dab hand at replicating spatial audio, with height and placement of sounds given a great amount of attention from the bar and surrounds alike. There is also an excellent sense of cohesion between the components of this system, with the soundbar and surrounds blending together in an organic fashion to create a consistent bubble of sound. The dedicated subwoofer also plays a key role in providing a hearty amount of low end, and while we have heard better soundbar subs before, the Samsung does an admirable job of providing bass to boost tension and add weight to tricky scores such as that of Blade Runner 2049's Chapter 2 sequence. Number 1. Bowers & Wilkins 606 and 607S3. It is an indisputable fact that the best way to achieve the most convincing surround sound experience is by placing individual speakers all around your room. Usually that would consist of a ready-made home cinema pack, HCP, put together by the manufacturer, but there's nothing to stop you creating your own, as long as you include all the necessary components. B&W itself doesn't sell this particular setup as a bundle, but multiple retailers do. It consists of a pair of 606S3 speakers for the left and right channels, a couple of 607S3 speakers for the surrounds, an HTM6S3 for the center channel, and a ASW610 subwoofer. Don't forget you'll also need stands for the front and surround speakers. Why this exact combination? Because all of the components are compact and well crafted, and collectively they deliver a spectacular performance. The sound is brilliantly dynamic and energetic, but also detailed and insightful, with excellent warmth and richness to the vocals. It can't match the sonic scale of physically larger packages, but it's still full-bodied and engaging. It shouldn't really come as a surprise that combining these 5-star speakers would be so successful, but it's still impressive just how well this DIY surround sound package works. You will find all the links of these products in the description below. Comment below and tell us which surround sound system you were considering. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel then subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.